Hey guys, so I thought I would kind of sit and have a chat with you guys. I am home alone. Everyone's gone to work. This feels very weird. I'm usually kind of like busy with work in Dubai at home, and I'm obviously still with Ravina. Bobby has now gone back to Dubai, so he has kind of like finished his trip. He's back home. He's on a flight at the moment, so he'll be back home tonight. And he left really, really early this morning. So I'm just having my lunch right now. I've just been kind of like finishing off some admin stuff, like emails and stuff on my laptop. And now I'm eating. I just got really paranoid because like Rona's like just staring at a certain place and I'm like, what is it? Rolo, come chill. So I don't know if you've ever tried this, but it is delicious. It is so good. Come to think about it, it does sound a bit weird because it's like Philadelphia cream cheese on a cinnamon roll, cinnamon bagel. But it is just so good. You've got to try it. Has to be toasted though and has to have a decent amount of butter. So I basically am just trying to like get all my admin stuff done today, and somehow I need to also get on the treadmill. I haven't had a chance to work out as in doing my weight session. It's just been really difficult, which I'm going to go on to in a second, and I'm really annoyed about it. Since I've got here, first few days, I'm going to be honest, the training, like working out, doing my weight session wasn't so bad. As you know, 3 times a week is what I do. So the first weight session I did was pretty good. Me and Bobby did that together, did it all, took us about an hour and a half, and it was great. Since then, I've struggled. And the reason being is because I don't know what it is. Actually, it happens to me every time I'm here. I don't know if it's the weather or what, and it has been pretty warm here, but it's not as warm as Dubai. And I feel like the first few days I felt normal. I felt like my body was just felt normal, how it does when we're home, right? But then a few days later, I started feeling really stiff. Like my body just felt stiff. Even when I was doing my stretching, it just felt like I was stretching, I was gonna pull a muscle or something. As you guys know, I have this issue with my right glute. So I used the Theragun, which, is it called Theragun or Theragun? I don't know. But anyway, they've got that here. So I thought I'd use that. And I used it, a bit of relief when I did that. But obviously, usually at home, I use my trigger ball thing, right? It's quite big, so I couldn't pack it. The Theragun, whatever it is, really helped initially. But, you know, you can't really feel where you are. You can't kind of like feel that muscle, you know, where it's that tightness where you can, you know, where it just like skips over it, if you get what I mean. And you're like, oh, okay, I've got a knot there. So you're kind of like doing it in the area, but it's, you know, it's hard to kind of feel where you've got it. So it's great for the back and legs and things like that. Just generally kind of like a much quicker way of foam rolling. I'm used to kind of really feeling where that muscle, that knot keeps kind of getting bigger or whatever. And I couldn't feel that. So the day after, like I really felt like this pull in my glute, how I usually do when I feel like I'm about to injure myself if I were to do like a squat or anything. So I had to cancel the weight session. I just did my steps. I've been doing way more steps than I usually do even in Dubai. So I've actually been pretty good with my steps. Minimum is like 8.5, but I'm going up to like some days it's like 15,000 steps. So I've really been trying to get them in because I know that I've struggled with the workout because of how my muscles are feeling. And yeah, I just don't feel as loose here. So I don't know if that's like what it is, like the weather or what. But whenever I come to the UK, my muscles just seem to kind of like seize up a little bit and just stiffen up. They're just not as loose as what they are when I'm home in Dubai. I've struggled with the weights since then. So I've only actually managed to do 1 weight session since I've been in London, whereas I should have done 3. And today is Thursday, so it's not really a weights day, but I want to see if I can get a weight session in, and then I just won't do one tomorrow, which is my usual weight session. And tomorrow it would have been in Greece because we're flying tomorrow morning to Greece. So that's how I've struggled. My diet has been pretty good, to be honest. It was only like the day that we had the barbecue that I kind of, had a slice of cake, and Luke said that, it's your birthday, just have a slice of cake. It's not the end of the world. This is supposed to become a lifestyle, not like a struggle, you know. So, you know, the odd day here and there, I've had a glass of red wine with my family and stuff. So, which is good because I prefer red wine over, I just don't like white wine, but I don't often drink. Very rarely do I drink. And if I do, majority of the time, it's because I'm with my family, because my entire family drinks. So it's usually kind of like, if I see them, and if I do, then I will always opt for a glass of red, because I just feel like it's so heavy that it's difficult to kind of go OTT with it. I've been pretty good, I think, considering. Definitely better than any previous London trips where I've kind of thought, oh, you just want to eat, especially because it's like cold weather. I guess it's helped that it is a bit warmer at the moment, but equally, I'm going to be honest, I can't wait to be back home. It's not that I don't enjoy it here. Like, I love staying with Ravina and Rish, and it's great fun staying with them. But, you know, when you're out of your routine and you're not in your kind of environment, and Nico, I really miss him as well. So, although I've got Rolo to keep me company in the meantime. Rolo, how you doing? He gets really tired though, because he goes on a walk every day, so he comes back and literally knocks out. But yeah, so that's basically the situation when it comes to my fitness, guys. I thought I'd keep you updated because I don't want you to think that I just haven't been doing anything. And what else? I have got to pack today for Greece. So I'm going to pack for Greece, leave whatever bits that I don't need for Greece, because I'll be back here for a day before I head back to Dubai. I thought that was going to be a sneeze and it ended up being a yawn. Look, I've had a good trip, although it's hard to kind of like also say it's good because of obviously the reason that I came here earlier. It's been nice to obviously see family, and on the funeral, which was my birthday, I saw a lot of family that I haven't seen for years and years and years. And it was really nice to see them all, but it was just a shame that it was on a sad, you know, on sad circumstances. So that was really, it was kind of like bittersweet, if that makes sense, because it, you know, it's horrible. Obviously, my uncle's passed away. My dad is like clearly struggling with it. And it was just not nice to see, you know, my cousins are clearly, you know, it's their dad at the end of the day. So it's difficult. And it's not even something which is just about that day. It's just like, it's just gonna be a hole, you know, for so long. I just can't even imagine what that must feel like. So it's very strange though, because him and my dad look very, very similar. So it just kind of like, I'm not good with funerals, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I try not to go, and it's not out of disrespect or anything. It's just because I'm really not good with them. Not that anyone can be good with it, but it just kind of like freaks me out a bit. It was tough. It was tough, but I'm glad I also went as well. I hadn't seen him in a very long time. And I know that, you know, look, he was unwell, but I have such good memories with, you know, of him from my childhood, that that's what I want to keep, you know. And he was unwell for a little while. For the past year or so, I think it's been pretty difficult. It's just been like a downhill struggle with him. But I managed to kind of like FaceTime him at some point. I remember near the latter part of last year, when my cousin came to visit. And that was really nice because he got to actually like see Bobby as well. So we had a little kind of like chat with him. I really want to keep that image in my head that I have of him being healthy, happy, very similar to, you know, my dad, and just those memories that I have of him, you know, growing up, when there was one point where we all lived together for a very short period of time, because I think they were moving house, and in between they kind of lived with us for a few days. I just want to keep those memories, and that's why I always find it a real struggle going to funerals, because you're kind of like, it's just, the last time you see that person is just not how you would remember them, whether the person has been ill or not. It's just physically not how you would have remembered them. Yeah. But I think you know, I was true to myself, and that's all, you know, that's what matters to me. And I'm glad I went, but I'm also glad that I do keep those healthy memories of him. You know, that's what I want to remember him as and by. Plus, I really wanted to make sure I was here for my dad, because obviously that's, you know, a big struggle for him. I just find the whole thing about like people dying. I just find it, it's not that it scares me, it's that it kind of like, I just find it so strange. It's like you have one journey, and that is your life. Like the most important journey you're ever going to make is your life. And it's really about what you do during that journey, like creating the best memories that you can for yourself and for others around you. I just find it very strange, you know. It's just like really bizarre. I think I was more emotional at the actual funeral because seeing the pictures up on the screen of like just family with him and like all that kind of stuff, it was just really sad, but also nice to see those memories. You know, they bring back so many memories, but it was also just, it's just so strange. Like like 1 minute someone's here and the next minute they're gone. That's it. I think it's just really important to remember that you should cherish the people that are important to you, you know. If ultimately it's someone who is close to you that you know would, you know, that it would make a big difference to your life if they weren't here. It's really difficult because I feel like, you know, even at the funeral, there were like so many family members, and like every time I was speaking to people and I was hearing conversations, it was like, oh, we need to meet up, let's put effort in, let's definitely meet up. And it's like everyone always says that to each other every time they see each other, which is not often. Does anyone actually do anything about it? Not often. I'm not saying that why say it, I'm saying that we all have good intentions, but life just gets the better of us sometimes, and we end up getting so lost in our daily routines and things that we're meant to be doing, and so busy that, you know, it's very easy to turn around and say, oh no, I can't make next week, oh, I can't do that, I'm too busy, you know. Yet when it comes to a funeral, somehow everyone drops everything and gets there. It's just I just think it doesn't mean that I tick all the boxes. I just think to myself, you know, the same goes for me, you know, but it's just kind of food for thought, right? Other than that, I've honestly, like, I am just kind of like looking forward to getting home. I don't feel like I'm going on this Greece trip. It's really weird. It doesn't even feel like, it hasn't felt like it at all, like I'm going to Greece. I think once we're at the airport tomorrow, that's when it's going to feel like, okay, we're going on holiday together, me and my sisters. So that would be good. I'm looking forward to that. A few days just to kind of relax in the sun and enjoy. We're not really planning too much. I think we're going to stay most of the time in the hotel, maybe take one day out to like go and sightsee and do some stuff. But other than that, we're just going to chill at the hotel. That's what we're really going to do. And other than that, what have I got to do? Yeah, packing. I think I'm going to go do that in a bit. Oh, I need to also do my walk. When do I do that? Or do I see if I can do my weights? I just feel like I'm not going to end up working out properly until I'm back in Dubai, and it's really frustrating me because I was on such a good roll. I just hope when I get to the hotel in Greece that I kind of put the effort in to go to the gym, and I hope the gym is decent enough. Like I saw pictures of it online and it looks right, but I don't actually know until I get there. And hopefully it's like way warmer than here so that my muscles loosen up and I can actually get some workouts done. That is basically it, guys. I'm gonna see what else I need to do, and then I guess I'll see you in a bit.